this your intro music?
What?
Is this your intro music?
That's just the start.
I can hear it.
Yeah, this. That's kind of professional, huh? Yeah. Good afternoon. We're back. Last Monday I missed. You know why I missed? Everyone asked me. Some people asked me why I missed. Ty, they said, "What are you doing? Part time or something? You just do it when you want?" I said, "No, my dad had a cardiac arrest, and
Oh no.
yeah, he had to have 6 bypass, so I'm not
Ooh.
part time. So, but he's all right. He's alive, and I've been hit hard lately, man.
Dang.
You know what that means?
Like it's all when it rains it pours.
Yeah,
It's
but
all
you
coming
know
down?
what that means?
It
Something
means-
good's coming.
That's true.
That's the way I gotta believe.
I was gonna say that means more stuff you can get through without picking up or doing.
If you're not, they say if you're not
Old
climbing a hill,
behaviors.
you're not doing
Yep.
very good.
Yep.
Right on.
Yep.
Well, I'm with Ty Empey. He's been here a couple times. He's one of my favorite guests. He's a good guy. And today we're going to talk about a detox center, a new one out in Hurricane. It's a couple months in the making, but now Ty works there, and he's very passionate about giving back to the community as he struggled in addiction also. And so, Ty, tell us about Hope Rising. I love Hope. You know that. I like the name.
I was thinking about that because your show is called Addiction Recovery, Hope and Resources, and I remember I've asked you about that when I've been on here before. Like, is that an acronym? Like, or is it just? And you're like, nope. I just capitalize the word because I like the word hope.
Yep.
So, but yeah, that's what this place is all about. I even brought you some swag.
Oh,
for
no
hang
way.
on too.
You're a good man.
So
Thanks, buddy.
I'm always repping the swag, but yeah, Hope Rising. So it is a social detox center. It has been open for a few months now, and it's just a place where people can go to safely detox off of drugs and alcohol. And so it's in the whole recovery world. There's lots of different ways people can come off drugs. You can either try and do it cold turkey. You can try and do it yourself by weaning yourself down, or you can, if you go cold turkey, then, I mean, more power to you. I can never do that.
I did it.
But
It's hell.
other ways that's out there, you can always go to jail.
Yeah.
I mean, that is.
And some people do that on
it is.
purpose.
Yep.
Because they're just sick and tired. And then I know that when we were out at the jail, people were scared to get out of jail. They didn't want to.
Yep.
Scary.
And then there's treatment centers, there's detox centers, and so we're just a part of, the recovery community where we have a facility where people can come. They meet with our doctor, and he prescribes them different medications for, whatever substance it is that they're coming off of, and then it's tapered down, and they're there for
To take off the cravings?
Mhm.
Or the urge,
It's more so the medication that's prescribed is more so to counteract the withdrawal symptoms.
That's
because
right. Yeah.
there's a few drugs out there, and especially alcohol. Alcohol is one of the most dangerous things that a person can detox off of.
It absolutely. That's the one. I think it's the only one that if you try to do it cold turkey, you could die.
Oh yeah, and people go into seizures. They'll have multiple seizures. I've seen people get shakes really bad, where it looks like they've got Parkinson's almost. Like it's
For 10 years, and my boss was always. I was like, I just got arthritis. I made up my own illnesses.
Yeah. So it can be a dangerous thing. Benzos are another one that is super dangerous to try and come off of yourself, especially. I hear and have met people who, they've gone to their psychiatrist or their doctor, and they've been prescribed Xanax for years and years for their anxiety.
Heston. Klonopin and Xanax
Yep.
same time.
Klonopin, Xanax, all that stuff. But there's people that, when you take that for years and your body gets dependent on it. There's even people that try to get off benzos that aren't necessarily abusing it. It's not like they're taking more than they should. They just have become so dependent on their regular dose that if they don't
you
have
build
it,
up a tolerance like any drug.
Yep. And so anyways, that's kind of what Hope Rising, that's the service that we provide, is we provide people a safe place to come. And
I like that you said safe place, because when we're talking about this, it makes me think, like you said, to come off that stuff, it can be truly, it can lead into depression, suicide. It can, to get off those things, your brain, it's a brain disease in my mind, but some people argue that, and I don't care. I don't even want to argue. But
Absolutely. You're exactly right.
The detox center helps them to get through that first little period of going insane.
And it even gets to the point, and I've experienced this myself, and I've heard almost everybody else that I come in contact with that's trying to get clean, is it gets to the point when you're using that. So I was an opiate guy. I had gotten into heroin towards the end of my addiction, and it gets to the point where if you don't have it, you get sick. And heroin's one of those that there's not as much of risk of dying from detoxing from heroin,
right.
But man, it is miserable.
Well, the brain tells you you're dying, and that's what leads to people going out and stealing and doing everything, because they'll do whatever.
You're sweating and you're puking, and it gets to the point where people continue to use drugs just because they don't want to get sick.
Absolutely.
And so to be able to have something out there where they can go,
a doctor who's there to maintain it,
and they can get prescribed something that is going to counteract those sick feelings, and they can just relax, for a week or however long they're there, and it gives them a more comfortable start to their recovery.
Right.
So
that's awesome, and that's in Hurricane. We're at in Hurricane.
So it is in Hurricane. It's 865 West, 100 North. So I think it's like when you're going into town, if you turn right after the Arby's, you go up a block, it's right across the street from the city office buildings.
Okay.
And it's in a really nice house. That's one thing that it's kind of their competitive advantage, so to say, is that a lot of other detox centers kind of feel like a hospital, if you will. And
well, I think you told me the difference between that when we talked briefly before the show. You said this one is a social detox center.
Yep. So
and the other ones are
medical detox.
Okay.
So there's different kinds of detox centers out there. It's either gonna be a medical detox or a social detox, and we are licensed as a social detox. And so, I'll speak to the social side of things. I know that with medical detox centers, it's round the clock. They've got doctors, nurses there, and it's kind of more of a hospital type setting. With the social detox, their whole kind of angle on doing this and providing the service to people is to make it feel more like a home. And so that's what I was saying, where it's in just a really, really nice house. They bought this really nice house. They had to fix it up quite a bit. They did lots of, landscaping and interior work, and it's a beautiful home now. And so when people come, it's like they just come to live at the house. Yeah. For a week or however
Sounds like
long.
You're trying to bring comfort to someone that's going to be going through the hardest time of their life, and doing it willingly usually. And so I can't say no to that.
Oh yeah.
I think that's awesome.
And I really like how Hope Rising has just the feel that they have instilled in the place. And like I was saying, it feels like you're just coming to live at a nice home. Yeah. And the owners, Ron and Debbie Mayfield, they always talk about, whenever anybody's coming in, I always hear Ron, he's like, welcome to our home. Like, this is our home. Welcome. This is your home. Like, and whatever. And that's totally their whole perspective on all of this. Because,
big family.
Because they have, they have family members and whatnot, and they've experienced, addiction touches everybody, right? And so that's kind of how they had gotten into doing this, and so they've really done an excellent job at making a beautiful home. And we got flat screen TVs. They put an Xbox in there, which is cool because if you go to the hospital or a hospital type place to detox, it's like you lay in the hospital bed, you gotta ask the nurse for food or whatever. And with us out at Hope Rising, it's like, hey, you're hungry? Go eat anything you want in the fridge.
Bringing a little bit of hope to the hopeless.
Yep.
That's so cool.
That's exactly what it's about.
Let me tell you, Ty, I'm drinking too much. I drink way too much alcohol, and I'm struggling. And do I just drive out to Hope Rising, or do I call? What do I do?
You can call me. And so it's because one of my jobs is to, help people get in. And so you can find us on Facebook. We've got a Facebook page. You can Google it, hoperisingdetox.com. You can always find the number there. But
you have a phone number?
I do, yes. Let me give you the work phone number because
that's where you always are.
Yes.
It's pretty cool that you're doing it full time. I cannot. I always say this, but I cannot. I feel like I miss my calling, that I don't get to work in the industry that saved my life and give back. But I give it back in my own ways. But it's pretty cool.
435-522-9239.
Hope Rising.
Yep.
I love it.
So, but that's what it's all about. Is because it says it in the name, Hope Rising. Because I remember for me in my journey, I had gotten before I ever got clean, I had gotten to the point where I had accepted the fact that I was going to use drugs or alcohol every day for the rest of my life.
Yeah. And to me, I didn't think anyone could have a happy life without it.
No. And I was the same way. Like it's what I wanted deep down inside, but I didn't know how I was going to do it. I didn't know that I could. And I had, tried various methods and all to no avail, and nothing was working. And so I had just given up, and I had no hope that I was ever going to be able to live a normal life without drugs or alcohol. And, then I had to, when I went to detox the last time, it was in jail with my head wrapped around the stainless steel fixture in there with other people in there watching and just feeling like crap. And then I had gotten into a treatment center and into recovery, and people are teaching me stuff and helping me out and whatever. And just as the hope still kind of took a while to come about, like, cause in the beginning, it was just, I don't want to go back to jail. I don't want to get sick again. I don't want to, do this. I don't want to get in trouble and whatnot. And, but then like as time went on and I started getting, 6 months, 8 months, a year, 2 years, things like that, then it's like, I can do this. Like, and today I have hope that I can live the rest of my life without drugs or alcohol. And so, it's the name Hope Rising says all of that, I feel like, because
the starting point to go up.
Because for somebody, when they come into our place, they probably have no hope. And they might have a little hope, enough so to where they say, hey, I need some help. Can you help me get started? And so they come in, we help them out. And then we also work really closely with, the other treatment centers.
That's what I was going to say. Do you give them the resources to go after they're out done detoxing?
Yep. So we're really well connected with pretty much everybody else here in the recovery world. And so however we can help them or
everyone.
Send them next.
Everyone knows you too.
I know a lot of people. I don't know everybody though. But yeah, it's the detox is just the first step. Getting the drugs out of the system, that's only the first problem.
Yeah.
But that's not the problem. The real work happens once you don't have the drugs anymore, and you've got to learn how to
live life a new way
without drinking or drugging.
Yeah. It's like to a normal person, like now every Monday during the week, Monday I'm going to start exercising. I'm going to the gym. I'm going to get a membership, and I'm doing it. And this has been going on like 2 years.
As I'm drinking a peach Red Bull.
Hey, I might need detox for the peach Red Bull. They're so good. Anyway,
awesome.
I want to bring some hope to some people, and I want to congratulate a couple people. My buddy Lawrence, he was on the show.
Yeah, buddy.
He got 1 year.
Yep, he graduated today.
Yeah, and Gigi got 2 years. My buddy.
I think so.
Yeah, that's what I saw on a post.
Yep.
And then I got 6 years just recently.
Really?
Yeah.
Heck yeah.
So there's hope out there.
There definitely is.
There's nothing better in my day than going through my feed and seeing all people celebrating even one day.
There's so many good people in this community down here, and like there's so many people with, lots of clean time under their belt, and rubbing shoulders with you, seeing you out at softball every once. Are
Yeah.
you playing tonight, by the way?
No,
No?
I didn't play this year.
Oh,
I don't. I always tell them I'm retired, so if they don't ask me, I don't bug them
been
because I'm
playing-
fine not playing.
we've been playing the later games on Monday nights, and I haven't seen you out there on Monday nights, so I
Yeah.
just figured maybe you played the earlier games or something.
No,
But
just I'm old.
there's so many good people around here, and it's just one of those things that just start coming around, and you'll within a very short amount of time, you're gonna start rubbing shoulders with guys like Lawrence and
Yeah,
Gigi and
and you'll
Jen
find
Jones.
your spot with your people. That's
Yep.
what I tell people. You'll find your tribe
Yep.
as long as you're willing just to go, and you'll hear them talk, and you're like, I can get along with that guy. I can get along with that lady,
Oh, yeah.
girl.
And everybody in recovery knows they know what it's like to be the newcomer and not know anything,
Yeah.
or who to talk to or what to say or where to go. And so people are really good about, hey, you should come here. Hey, you should go here. And so
Yeah, exactly.
Hope Rising is happy to be a part of the community now and help with however we can.
The area is blessed to have them. Ty, you're number 2 of sober or clean softball or Southern Utah Recovery softball or something like that. You tell me about that. Well, how's it going?
Number
You
2.
went from what?
Number 2, you said.
You're number 2.
Season number 2.
Yeah.
Okay.
Season. Oh yeah, season, not year.
Yeah. Yeah. No, that's going great. I talked about that last time I was on here, right?
Yeah, that's what you talked about. Was the
Softball league.
first year, like you were just starting, and you
Mhm.
only got what? How many?
So we had 9 teams
9
the first
teams.
season, and it was awesome. Like
Yeah, I went out and played one game,
Uh-huh.
and
I remember that.
Taz
Yeah.
asked me to go out,
Uh-huh.
and I think I got 2 grounders. It was fun.
Yeah,
Just the environment was cool.
it was a blast, and I think that because I played in a sober softball league up north when I was in early recovery, and then I moved down here in 2017, and there was nothing like it, and so I was like, man, we need to get this going, and so we finally everybody jumped on board. There were so many people that helped get that thing going. Like I can't even name everybody, but pretty much everybody in the recovery world, the different places and whatnot, they all pulled teams together and got people together. So last season we had 9 teams. This season we have 14.
Yeah.
And there's been an excellent turnout. We've had
There's
2
smack
weeks
talk
of
all
games.
over. I see
yeah. Oh
it.
yeah.
The Goonies are in first place.
Yep, they're doing. Goonies are killing it. The Regulators are, their team won the championship last year.
All right.
When they were all playing on the Southwest Center team.
Yeah.
But there's some other good teams in the league. Got to give a shout out to Recovery Strong and Addict to Athlete. We've got 2 teams from Cedar.
Oh,
That
nice.
are playing in the league, so they come down and they play. So it's pretty cool.
Let me ask you. I saw a thing recently on the Hope Rising Facebook page, and they offered free hats. Tell me a little bit about that.
Yeah, so Hope Rising is actually one of the sponsors for the softball league. Also, Steps Recovery is another one. Got to give a shout out to them.
Good people.
But so Hope Rising and Steps helped pay to make the league happen, to help pay for fields and
Yeah.
insurance and things like that. And so, anyways, as part of the sponsorship for Hope Rising, what they did is they wanted to give away team hats to one of the teams. And so I made a little video and didn't think it was going to have near the amount of like participation as it did. But
Yeah,
I
the
mean,
contest was the whatever team gets the most comments wins the hats.
Yep. So on the video that I posted, it was like a minute long, maybe.
Yeah.
And so the rules were, you have to go and like the Hope Rising Facebook page, and then comment your team name, and then each new comment with the team was a new entry into the
Yeah.
giveaway. I was planning on like
100.
typing them up or like cutting them out and putting it in a bucket and picking a name
Yeah,
out
right.
of the bucket. And man, it was up for like 2 weeks, and there were like all the teams were like tagging each other, and like there was people that would max out the Facebook spam filter, and they would get blocked from commenting because they were commenting so much. There's
You can't advertise free to an addict.
right? I know. But the participation was awesome.
It
And
was.
So there ended up being like over 37,000 comments.
Right.
And I mean,
Well, who won?
So it was St. George Addict to Athlete. So I had to buy this like software
Technology.
I was like, how am I going to count 37,000 things? So I went online and I watched some YouTube videos and found that there's this website where they have this tool and you can pay, for a 3-day licensing. And so I was able to export all the comments into an Excel spreadsheet. And then I just pulled up a number generator on my phone and put 1 through 37,000 and random number, and then just went down to the line, and it was St. George Addict to Athlete. So we're getting the hats made right now. They're all bugging me to see what they're going to look like.
Right. They're wearing no hats right now.
They help. No,
First week.
I mean, they have. Yeah, but they're going to look sharp because they're going to have. I mean, because teams out there, they have jerseys for the team, but I don't think teams out there have matching team hats.
I've never seen a matching team hat in a softball league, so that's cool.
Yeah, so
you always got the shirts.
Yeah. Yep. They're gonna be pretty sharp though.
Recovery Strong has a shirt. I got one of those I played one time, and Taz like, keep it. I said, I don't need it, dude. And he's like, just keep it.
Yeah,
that's your present for coming out. I was like, I'll take it.
Yeah, Taz. So that Recovery Strong team, that's a team that is put together by Taz at Renaissance Recovery and USARA here in town, and they're actually looking pretty good. Ben
Martinez. Hey, they got a higher wins to loss.
Ben's been on here too, hasn't he?
Yeah. I love that guy.
Yeah,
he's climbing up cliffs now. I'm like, you're gonna fall, dude.
After he just like broke his foot or something.
Dude, the trip. I
saw him walking with a cane one day. I was like, what are you doing, old man?
Right.
He's like, oh, I broke my foot, and then he's climbing like a week later.
Yeah.
Crazy.
So that'll be a fun team too. I bet all 14. I'm gonna have to come out and enjoy it, just the atmosphere, because everyone's cheering for everyone. Mm-hmm. Even what's cool is, like you said the last time you were on, it's not all about winning. Like even the other teams are cheering the other person on. Mm-hmm. Like they're cheering on a person that slides or someone that they got out, they struck out, and they're laughing together and loving each other. That's a bond that is pretty cool.
Oh yeah, to come out and be part of a team and do something fun and whatnot. And I have my own personal connection to the whole sober softball thing, because when I had gotten out of a residential rehab center, I started playing on a sober softball team, and my dad would always bug me to come to my games. I was like, no, you're not coming. And I wouldn't tell him where the games were or whatever, but he just showed up. He was out at games one night, and I was like upset. I was like, don't come be by my friends, Dad. Because I'm like 30 years old, you know? But then like a week later, we were driving in the car. He was giving me a ride somewhere because my license was still suspended from a couple DUIs. Mm-hmm. And we were in the car. He was giving me a ride, and he just started tearing up. And I was like, are you okay? What's going on right now? And he was like, it was really good to watch you swing a bat again. And I
Gave
was
me
like,
the chills.
Oh, like, cause I wasn't nice to him about that. There. But then after that, like, after he said that, that was something that I didn't even know that is a gift that I could give to my family for recovery, because.
So you started telling him when and where.
Well, yeah, and so he doesn't get around very well, but we played on these fields out in Eagle Mountain, and he made the trek out there to come watch me play. And that was bigger for him than any amount of treatment that I went through or any amount
Your
of
families are finally getting to see you having happiness, having success out in public, sober and clean. You got 1 minute, 5 seconds. Close out with some hope. I know it goes by fast though.
It does go by fast. I will end with this, since we're talking about hope. Yeah. There is hope out there. There's so many different ways. I mean, I have a hard time trying to talk just about Hope Rising Detox Center or Sober Softball. Like, there's so many good people out there.
So many.
And, I mean, radio shows like this, there's so many hope and resources out there.
Hey, look at my other swag I got. I got the Hope Rising hat today, and I got a Dickie shirt. It's got my name on it, dude. I'm like legit. I'm legit. I got my own swag now with my name on it.
Repping your show.
I don't know why, but that's pretty cool. Yeah. Ty. You look like Taz because you're both so big, but he's way bigger than you.
Yeah, he is.
Anyway, thanks for coming on, Ty.
Thanks for having me.
Great place, Hope Rising. Check them out on Facebook. like, comment, share this program, and let's bring a little bit of hope to the world. We'll see you next Monday.